Have you ever stopped to think that something as simple as the way you bathe could be quietly working against you? Your skin, your health, even your independence? Meet Evelyn, a vibrant 74-year-old widow living in a cozy cottage on the edge of Maplewood, Oregon. She starts each day like clockwork: a steaming hot shower, her favorite rose-scented soap, and a full-body scrub, just like she used to do in her 30s. To Evelyn, cleanliness is dignity. But what she didn't realize was that her daily ritual, once a symbol of care, was actually accelerating her skin's aging and putting her at greater risk for serious health issues. And she's not alone. Many women over 70 continue these lifelong habits, unaware that their bodies are calling out for a gentler approach. What if everything you thought you knew about bathing after 70 was wrong? What if your well-intended habits were quietly shortening your vitality? In this video, we're diving into 8 shocking truths about bathing after 70 that every woman should hear. These are real science-backed insights that could change the way you care for your body in your golden years, and might just help you stay radiant, independent, and thriving for years to come. For years, Evelyn believed that daily bathing was a cornerstone of good hygiene. Cleanliness is next to godliness, her mother used to say, and she took those words to heart. Every morning, without fail, she would step into her pristine walk-in shower, lather up with fragrant soap, and scrub her body from head to toe. It was her quiet moment of routine and ritual. But no one ever told Evelyn that after 70, the rules change. What once was a healthy habit in her 30s and 40s had now become a silent enemy. As we age, our skin becomes thinner, drier, and far more fragile, like a silk scarf that's been through the wash too many times. The oil glands that once kept skin soft and supple slow down, producing far less of that natural protective barrier. And yet, every time Evelyn bathed, she was unintentionally scrubbing that thin barrier away, leaving her skin vulnerable, tight, and prematurely aged. Dermatologists call it over-cleansing, and it's more common than you think. When you use hot water and harsh soaps every single day, you're not just removing dirt, you're stripping away essential oils that lock in moisture and protect the skin from cracks, irritation, and infections. What's worse, this can lead to increased dryness, itchiness, flakiness, and yes, wrinkles. Think of your skin at 30 as a fresh peach, plump, hydrated, and resilient. But after 70, that peach becomes more like delicate parchment paper. You wouldn't scrub parchment with steel wool, would you? That's exactly what a daily hot shower and chemical-laden soap can feel like to aging skin. When Evelyn visited her dermatologist after noticing persistent dry patches on her arms and legs, she was shocked by what she learned. At your age, bathing 2 to 3 times a week is more than enough, the doctor said gently. On the off days, just focus on the essentials: underarms, feet, and private areas. That's all your body really needs. She also learned that how she bathed mattered even more than how often. That meant switching to lukewarm water instead of hot, using a creamy, fragrance-free cleanser instead of bar soap, keeping showers short, no more than 10 minutes, patting the skin dry with a soft towel, moisturizing immediately after to seal in hydration. Evelyn was skeptical at first. How could less bathing be better? But within a week of changing her routine, the flakiness faded. Her skin felt softer, calmer. Even her friends noticed a glow they hadn't seen in years. She realized that adapting didn't mean letting go of self-care. It meant evolving it. Just like her wardrobe, her diet, and her priorities had changed with time, so too did her skin's needs. And for the first time in a long while, Evelyn wasn't just clean, she was comfortable in her own skin. Evelyn always thought bathing was the safest part of her routine: refreshing, relaxing, and reassuring. But everything changed one winter morning. She had noticed a persistent itch between her toes and some redness that wouldn't go away. She dismissed it as dry skin. But then, small blisters appeared, followed by a burning sensation that made it hard to wear shoes. Her doctor confirmed what she never expected: a fungal infection, and worse, it had spread. The culprit? Not poor hygiene, but too much of it. I was shocked, Evelyn admitted. I thought I was being clean, but I was actually hurting myself. You see, our skin isn't just a covering, It's our body's first line of defense. It's protected by a thin layer of oils and a microscopic army of good bacteria called the skin microbiome. This invisible ecosystem keeps harmful invaders, like fungi, bacteria, and viruses, at bay. It's like having tiny bodyguards on constant patrol. But daily showers with harsh soap and hot water? That's like firing your security team and tearing down your walls. Overbathing disrupts this protective layer, stripping away oils and killing off beneficial microbes. This leaves your skin exposed and defenseless, especially dangerous for seniors whose skin is already thinner and slower to heal. Evelyn's infection started between her toes, but could have easily become cellulitis or worse if she hadn't caught it in time. And it's not just fungal infections. Over-cleansing can cause bacterial infections, as cracks in dry skin allow bacteria to slip in. Eczema and dermatitis, causing raw, inflamed patches. Recurring yeast infections, especially in moist, overwashed areas. Many women think using antibacterial soaps offers extra protection. But the truth is, these products often do more harm than good. They wipe out the good bacteria, along with the bad, and can even lead to antibiotic-resistant strains. A risk no one should take lightly, especially with a weakened immune system. When Evelyn asked her doctor what to do differently, the answer was refreshingly simple. Avoid antibacterial or heavily scented soaps. Limit full-body baths to 2 to 3 times per week. On other days, gently wash target zones only. Keep water lukewarm, not hot. Moisturize well to maintain a healthy skin barrier. It wasn't easy for Evelyn to accept that less bathing was actually better, but after switching her routine, the infection stopped and her confidence returned. Now she shares her story with every woman she meets at her senior center. We were taught that being clean means being healthy, she says, but after 70, you have to care for your body differently. You have to be gentler, wiser. It's not about washing more, it's about protecting more. What she once thought was a small change became a life-saving shift, and that's the power of knowledge. Knowing when to let go of old habits and embrace the ones that truly serve you. Evelyn always cherished her morning shower. It was her sacred ritual. The warm steam, the familiar scent of lavender, the way the heat melted away the stiffness in her joints. At 74, she still believed it was the best way to start the day. Until one morning her world shifted, literally. She had just turned up the water a little hotter than usual. The bathroom filled with fog, and she closed her eyes, letting the warmth soothe her back. But within moments, something changed. A dizzy wave surged through her. Her heart pounded. The floor seemed to tilt. And then, darkness. When she came to, she was on the floor, trembling, her shoulder bruised from hitting the vanity on the way down. Her daughter rushed her to the ER, where doctors gently explained what had happened. Evelyn's blood pressure had dropped sharply due to the heat. Her body, already more sensitive with age, simply couldn't regulate itself the way it once did. That day, Evelyn learned a powerful truth. What once felt safe and comforting could now be dangerously deceptive. Here's what you need to understand. Hot water dilates your blood vessels, causing a drop in blood pressure. In young people, the body quickly adjusts. But after 70, your cardiovascular system doesn't bounce back as easily. That sudden dip can cause lightheadedness, fainting, and in a wet, slippery bathroom, that's a recipe for disaster. In fact, over 80% of falls among seniors happen in the bathroom, many during or right after bathing. The combination of heat, steam, and slick tiles creates a perfect storm. But the dangers don't end there. If you fall and hit your head or fracture a hip, the consequences can be life-changing. Loss of independence, months of rehab, even long-term disability. Evelyn was lucky. Her fall left her shaken, but not broken, and it changed everything. She made 3 simple but powerful changes. She lowered the water temperature to warm, not hot. A comfortable 98 degrees Fahrenheit was enough to relax without risking her blood pressure. She installed grab bars near her shower and toilet. Now she had a sturdy anchor, even when feeling unsteady. She began using a shower chair, allowing her to bathe seated and avoid the risks of standing for too long. She also started taking showers in the afternoon instead of first thing in the morning, when blood pressure is often lower and dizziness more common. I still enjoy my showers, Evelyn says, but now I do it with care. My safety matters more than a few extra degrees of heat. The reality is, you don't have to give up comfort to stay safe, but you do need to adjust. Because after 70, bathing isn't just about feeling clean. It's about protecting your future. After her fall, Evelyn became more cautious, not just with her bathing habits, but with how she cared for every part of her body. One day during her weekly visit to the community wellness center, a nurse gently asked, "Evelyn, when's the last time you really looked at your feet?" She hesitated. "Well, I wash them in the shower, I guess." That moment was a wake-up call. Like many older women, Evelyn had spent decades caring for her face, moisturizers, serums, and even the occasional eye cream. But her feet, they were always an afterthought. Yet here they were, the very limbs that carried her through life, slowly becoming more vulnerable and quietly crying for attention. As we age, circulation to our extremities weakens. That means slower healing, more dryness, and greater risk of infection. Small cuts or blisters that once disappeared in days now linger and can spiral into something far more serious if ignored. Evelyn began to notice little things she'd brushed off before. Tight, dry skin around her heels, a faint itch between her toes, a thickened toenail she thought was just old age. But these signs pointed to real problems. Fungal infections, potential ulcers, and ingrown nails that could quickly become dangerous if left untreated. With a newfound sense of purpose, Evelyn started a simple but life-changing routine. Every day, even when she didn't bathe, she set aside 5 minutes just for her feet. She used lukewarm water and a soft cloth to clean them gently, focusing on areas between the toes where moisture likes to hide. After drying thoroughly, patting, never rubbing, she applied a rich foot cream to the tops and soles, avoiding the spaces between toes to prevent fungus. Once a week, she checked her toenails and trimmed them straight across. No more curved cuts that led to painful ingrown nails. And most importantly, she inspected her feet for swelling, discoloration, or sore spots, signs of poor circulation or nerve damage that needed medical attention. At first, it felt odd to focus so much on something so often ignored. But within a few weeks, Evelyn noticed real changes. Her skin was softer, the itching gone, her steps more confident, and more than that, she felt empowered. In her own words, "Taking care of my feet made me feel grounded, literally and emotionally. It reminded me that every part of me deserves care." This small act of self-kindness gave Evelyn a sense of control she hadn't felt in years. She no longer feared losing her mobility. She knew that with a little daily love, she could stay on her feet and keep walking through life with strength and grace. Because aging doesn't mean fading away. It means learning how to walk forward wisely. There were many things Evelyn expected to change after turning 70. Her hair, her sleep, even her appetite. But she never expected to feel so uncomfortable in her most intimate areas. It started subtly, a little dryness, a slight itch, an occasional sting after her morning bath. She assumed it was just a phase, maybe from soap or the weather. But when the discomfort lingered, making it difficult to sit for long or walk with ease, Evelyn knew she had to speak up. Her gynecologist listened carefully, then smiled kindly. "Evelyn, you're not alone. This is one of the most common changes we see in women your age. Vaginal atrophy and pH imbalance, and most never talk about it." It was a relief to hear. She wasn't doing anything wrong. She just hadn't adapted to her body's new chapter. As estrogen levels decline after menopause, natural lubrication decreases, tissues thin out, and skin becomes far more delicate. The vagina, once acidic and self-cleaning, gradually shifts to a more neutral pH, which makes it more vulnerable to infections like yeast or bacterial vaginosis. Evelyn learned that many common hygiene habits, ones she had followed for decades, were now working against her, like using scented soaps in the bath, or scrubbing the area with a rough cloth, or, she winced, using that old bottle of feminine wash from the store, thinking it would make her feel fresher. But in reality, these products stripped away her natural defenses, killed good bacteria, and inflamed already fragile skin. Her body wasn't dirty, it was just asking for gentleness. Her doctor offered a new perspective. The vagina cleans itself internally. You don't need to interfere. What matters most is how you care for the external area, and that starts with being minimal, mindful, and soft. So Evelyn changed her approach completely. She stopped using fragrance soaps and opted for a mild, fragrance-free cleanser, labeled specifically for sensitive skin. She bathed with warm water only, using her hands instead of a cloth. She never rubbed with a towel. Instead, she patted dry gently, like handling fine silk. And she stopped washing more than once a day, even if she felt less fresh. Her doctor explained that overwashing creates odor, not the other way around, by disrupting the natural balance of bacteria. In just a few weeks, the discomfort disappeared. But more than that, Evelyn felt in tune with her body again. She didn't feel embarrassed. She felt liberated. Because caring for your intimate areas isn't taboo, it's self-respect. And for women over 70, it's a quiet but powerful way to say, my comfort matters. My body still deserves kindness. I still deserve to feel good. For Evelyn, this wasn't just hygiene, it was healing. By now, Evelyn had changed nearly every part of her bathing routine. Less frequent showers, safer water temperature, gentler cleansing for sensitive areas. Her skin felt healthier. Her confidence was back. But something still didn't feel right. No matter how careful she was, her skin still felt tight after bathing. Her arms itched in the evenings, and her once shiny silver hair now looked flat, dry, and brittle, like straw instead of silk. She tried new lotions, shampoos, even scalp oils, but nothing helped, until a chance conversation with her neighbor Grace opened a new door. I had the same problem, Grace said, sipping her tea. It wasn't me, it was the water. Evelyn blinked. The water? That's when she discovered the hidden culprit affecting millions of households across America. Hard water. Hard water is filled with minerals, calcium, magnesium, even traces of iron, that don't just wash away. They linger. They leave behind a thin, chalky film that clings to your skin and hair, creating residue that blocks moisture from sinking in. For older adults like Evelyn, whose skin is already more fragile and dry, that invisible film becomes a serious barrier, amplifying irritation and accelerating aging. Evelyn's dermatologist confirmed it. Hard water makes everything harder, he said. It strips natural oils, clogs pores, and turns gentle products into irritants. But Evelyn didn't panic. She took action. First, she installed a shower head filter designed to remove minerals before the water even touched her skin. It was affordable, easy to attach, and instantly made her water feel softer. Then she switched to a pH-balanced, sulfate-free body wash made specifically for sensitive skin in hard water areas. She also added a weekly clarifying shampoo to remove mineral buildup from her scalp, followed by a deep conditioner to restore softness. And most importantly, she changed her post-shower routine. Instead of letting her skin air dry, she gently patted herself with a soft towel and applied a thick moisturizer within 3 minutes, locking in every drop of hydration before the minerals could dry her out. The transformation was stunning. Within 2 weeks, Evelyn's skin was glowing, supple, smooth, no more itching. Her hair had bounced again. Even her hairstylist noticed and asked what she'd changed. But it wasn't just about appearance. Evelyn felt empowered. She realized that aging gracefully isn't about giving up. It's about leveling up, finding smarter ways to protect, nourish, and honor your body. Now she shares her story with pride. I used to think it was just me, she says, but now I know better. Sometimes the problem isn't inside your body, it's in the water you're using. For Evelyn, that one discovery didn't just improve her bathing routine, it gave her back her spark. As Evelyn stood in front of her bathroom mirror one quiet evening, brushing her now silky hair and feeling the softness return to her skin, she smiled. Not because she had reversed time, but because she had reclaimed control. Aging had taught her many things, but perhaps the most important lesson was this. Your body changes, and that's not a loss. It's an invitation to listen more closely, to treat yourself more gently, to honor the seasons of your life, not fight them. For decades, Evelyn believed that self-care meant looking the same, doing the same, being the same, but now she knew better. Self-care wasn't about staying young. It was about staying kind to herself as she aged. The way we bathe might seem small, but it reflects something bigger. How we care for ourselves in moments no one sees. And when done with intention, even a simple bath can become a powerful act of love, healing, and respect. Because after 70, grace isn't just how you walk. It's how you care for the skin you're in. So what can you do today, right now? Start by rethinking your bathing habits with gentleness and wisdom. Cut back. Bathe fully only 2 to 3 times a week. Switch products. Use fragrance-free, moisturizing cleansers. Watch the temperature. Keep showers warm, not hot. Invest smart. Install a shower filter if you live in a hard water area.
Protect your skin. Moisturize immediately after every bath. Care daily. Wash feet and intimate areas gently, even on non-shower days. If you're caring for a parent, spouse, or friend over 70, share these insights. A few changes in routine can reduce falls, infections, and discomfort, and bring back joy in everyday moments. Because the way we bathe isn't just about hygiene, it's a daily decision to treat ourselves with dignity. And you, just like Evelyn, deserve nothing less.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and share with your friends. Your support keeps these stories alive. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. And if today's story touched your heart, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Take care, stay well, and see you in the next story.